I did a whole thing, and I wasn't even. Oh my god! I take a week off, and I am just all over the place. Anyway, I did do a little cold open. You didn't see me. But I was saying it's 8:02. Do you know where your toys are? Welcome to 2026. Oh, I can't even. I'm not even gonna attempt to redo that. That's just. I'm so silly. Anyway, hello. Hello. We are in a new year. New year, new me. Oh boy. So far so good. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's been a nice week. It's been a nice break. My goodness. Yeah. It feels good. It just feels good to have that time to myself and my family. I crushed videos. I'm not going to pretend, especially based on my view counts, that anybody saw them. But like, if you did, thank you very much. But I worked hard. I was working hard. I really did. I try to do it every break. I don't always succeed. But this time we were home. It's that new year. We were able to sort clothes and do other organization. The basement's still a mess. Yeah, that's just a thing. But I did spend a lot of time doing my organizing. It was just one of those nice weeks. And then like yesterday, we had a nice family day with my parents. Got to see Frozen at a local theater. So the kids had a blast, and it was just really nice. It was just a really nice, restful break. So let's say hi to everybody. There we go. Citizen of the Month Emeritus. How you doing, Bat Force Grumps? First Jimbo reviews of the year. Yeah, buddy. How you doing? We got Josh Brown Toys in the house. How you doing, Josh Brown of Josh Brown's Customs? How are you, sir? We got Rel Collects. Happy Sunday, man. Where else? We got Larry's Geeky World in the house. How you doing, Larry? We got fellow Toy Daddy Chewy. What's up, buddy boy? The daddies always know that they can just jump on whenever they want. And same thing, I sent the link to the Sentinels tonight, but I'm not really sure. Let me get some house cleaning out of the way. Let me make sure I say these things at least once on the stream. So tomorrow might be the figure draft, but I'm not sure. I asked the question earlier and I didn't get a response. So we might be doing our figure draft. I thought that was the plan for January 5th. Yeah, that would be tomorrow. So potentially. So if I don't see anybody tonight, that's because tomorrow will be a big fun stream. And then the other date to put on your calendars now is January 25th. That is a Sunday. I'm just going to double check real quick. Yep, the 25th. So just put that out. Mark it on the calendar as a Chubsy Day. Okay, so hear me out. Details are still being ironed out. I literally just sent the guys a message. But essentially, the 25th will be a really fun day to be in Chubsy's store. So just mark it down. You know, like we're trying to do these little monthly fun, or at least bi-monthly, whatever it's going to be. Chubsy is the New Jersey spot to just get together and chill and hang. So, and then of course, buy toys. So yeah, mark your calendars. January 25th. It's going to be a lot of fun. Details to come this week. Details to come. Yeah, it was a real cult opening. Fair enough. We got Messy Photography in the house. What's going on, man? We got Spade and One Big Dysentery. Happy Sunday. We got Comic Book Geek 493. What's going on? And thanks for being here. Grumps is saying, I'm about to unbox a toy I got in 2025, Psylocke versus Thanos. Hell yeah. That was a video I did actually, a set I made a video on way back. That was a fun unboxing. I did it with my daughter. It was when we first did backyard camping in the summer. So that next day, it came out. I was like, let's go camp. And we filmed the whole little fun thing. But it's a great set. That's what I'm trying to get at. Great set. Again, Psylocke, I guys, I'm sure you remember last week. Oh, was it Big Boys Over Women? Oh my god. But Psylocke could have been on a top 10, like she could have been on my top 10 list. So this is a great figure, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Larry said, finally found the watch party set from Five Below. There you go. I unboxed that this week too, and it is awesome. I love all the little, like the football helmet accessory, the bowl of chili is awesome. Or like the actual like container a pot of chili. But yeah, my daughter and I had a blast messing with those. We got Johnny Cock in the house. What's going on, Johnny? How you doing, man? And let's see, scrolling down. Don't we all? But again, it keeps us young. It keeps us young. We always, again, cherish our inner child. So, yeah, all right. I guess we're good. We're to start because this is 2026. I wanted to, the title for tonight, let me say, is "What's In, What's Out," and it kind of is all over the place, right? Like I like that "What's In and What's Out" because it doesn't necessarily mean fads and trends in terms of toys, but it can encompass all sorts of stuff because it is collecting is a very personal thing to each of us. We have so many wonderful options now. And we also know that, perhaps you're feeling, at least I feel, that I have less money to spend this year on toys. So these all things for myself at least factor in. And that's why I wanted to pose this question to you guys too, to hear, like, what kind of stuff are you going to be really focusing on? It's more of, these are, conversation topics that we've touched on throughout the last few weeks, but now we can really just compile our ideas together. So, like, what are your goals for photography? What are your goals for YouTube, if you're a YouTube guy or girl? If your goals are in collecting, what are your goals for that, like in terms of what you're bringing in this year? And what was your report card? See, I'm now asking too many questions. All right, I'm asking too many questions. Let me get these comments on the stage so I see. There we go. As things pop in, that actually does help me out. I know it's so silly because on my end I have 2 comment things, but it does help. It helps. Anyway, Messy, I see that question coming in. My favorite 26 figure pre-order so far. Oh boy. Well, the funny thing, I was gonna make one of those silly Facebook like marked safe memes. And I was going to send it to the Sentinel Daddy chat today, and I just didn't even bother. But as of this moment, we're only, 4 days in? We're 4 days in. But that's still, in the span of me doing public toy stuff, 4 days without an order of any kind is still kind of a big thing. So I haven't ordered anything yet. What do I have? I only have a few pre-orders currently out there. I know I have obviously like the Odious Kickstarter, the Wall XD Kickstarter, that type of stuff. I'm getting my bear soon, so like that. But you're talking about, I would assume, something in the last like month, maybe something to look forward to. As of right now, my most anticipated release is the 6-inch plus Hulk figure. Like, that to me is everything I want in an action figure, from the articulation and just everything that they're providing. And that's going to be the best Hulk. Like, I just already know that's going to be my favorite Hulk, just from the look. So it's a matter of then like the feel of it. But based on so many friends owning various Meditoys orcs and things throughout the years, like, I feel like it's just, that's probably it. That's probably it. And I'm leaning harder and harder towards the Mezco Hulk as well as another like anticipated release. So I haven't taken the plunge yet, but I think I'm going to. Hulk is a character. I don't mind having multiple Hulks, and then this is good. You know what? This is going to lead into my talking point for today. This is actually very good because right next to me, I have 3 Deadpools to help us with this conversation. So we'll get there. We're going to get there. That's awesome. But that's another great question, too, for anybody else out there. So right now, Hulks. Hulks are my top 2. One is pre-ordered. One I will be pre-ordering. Or, like, just buying when it comes out. But yeah, 2 Hulks. 2 Hulks. All right, Vicious Soldier's here. No, never late, man. It's all good. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, so, like, I got this, but then, obviously with the Toy Daddies and doing our thing. So we try to blend things together. That's why, yeah. But yeah, I appreciate it. All right. Johnny, definitely a goal of mine is to give everything more time to breathe and be enjoyed. When I get or open too many things at once, only the favorites get a chance to shine. I concur. And in looking back at my toy journey, one of the things, again, if you've been rolling with me for a while, is the ChrisCon weekends when Macho and I drove up to see Chris and Chewy, and obviously go to ChrisCon. But one of our favorite nights of just friendship and toys is that night, that Saturday night, where we had all of our Target pickups and we just sat there and ripped through everything. And a night like that is really fun. And we kind of did it again for Legion's Con weekends when we were here. When I had the guys over my house, we had a night where there was a ton of unboxing happening. So like those nights can feel great, but on the whole, you're right. It gets too overwhelming sometimes. Or even if it's like a stack of 5 figures, you know, like even if it's just something like that, you're just like, oh, because then it's all sorts of psychological things that happen. But going back to Johnny's point, I concur, because really letting my Gong Studios Batman breathe this week and my Deadpool, like I've had so much fun just continually screwing with them, and really figuring out new things, and I don't know, it's just awesome. It's great. So this is a big goal of mine as well. I guess that's all of that talking is to say I agree. I'm also doing it. Messi say nothing ordered yet, but my 26 is already looking crazy. Mafek's Peacemaker. Ooh. I haven't ordered him yet, but he was one I was on Hobby Genki ready to order him. So I didn't do it at the moment, but that is one. It looks so good, and I love seeing his take, and I love the show, and oh man. All right, Nightmare Superman, Mezco the Superman, Incredible Hulk, LPZZ, Red Death, and all the Jada Street Fighters. I know, man. Just right off the bat, it's hitting us with a lot of great stuff. But I really want to focus on getting a lot of dios this year for photography. Yes! Dude, Messi, I'm telling you, man, once you start, it's another rabbit hole. It's another itch to scratch. But when you start getting, even just start with a couple of good ones. Or just start with one. Like, again, you can do so much with one dio. And again, like, I've never worried about, like, a lot of my photography I have to do in batches. Like, and I know I'm not the only one that does that, especially, you know, anybody around my age or with the responsibilities. So sometimes you have to, like, crank out stuff. So I know there was a time when I was purposely rotating what dios I was using for my posts. And then it got to the point where, like, what am I doing? Like, if it's new and I have, like, 5 different shots, but they're all in a similar themed backdrop, like, who cares? So, like I said, start with one really good one, and then just see how long it takes until you hit that point of, like, I'm ready for the next challenge. I'm ready for the next story to tell. At least that would be my recommendation. Grumps, I ordered some figs the first day of the year. My man, that's what I'm talking about. What did you get? Inquiring minds want to know. A Vicious Soldier said, I put my Mouse King in December, hoping to get it next week. Hell yeah. I was showing my parents last night and my sister. My sister is 3 years younger, and she was in the ballet growing up. And I got to, she was, every winter would perform in the Nutcracker. So I got to see that show every single year for years upon years. And I showed her that Rat King pictures. I was showing him Sir Trevor's stuff. I was like, I would only buy this because of my brotherly love of you and, like, our childhood of, like, that was your thing that, like, I got to be dragged around to do. I don't know. So one day I will own it. One day I will own the Rat King. I've come around on that one too. So I'm excited for you. And it happens, Grumps. Dude, see, I say this now, and then I could go and I could have one crazy day, or I could finally, I'm starting to, like, crack a little bit about the McFarlane animated Batcave. I'm starting to crack. So, yeah, you get what I'm saying. All right. Nick Dysentery says, for 26, I want to start trying some customs instead of buying everything cool I see. Recently got some various blank bodies and made a GPS lot purchase. Exciting times ahead. That is so... that I'm excited for you. I am excited for you. That is so cool. Now, okay, here we go. Let me get the second camera going because I was going to talk about this gong. I know I have a video out, so I don't need to like go super crazy, but I was going to answer any questions, show off some more articulation, yada, yada, yada. That is the best Batman. I love him. Love him. But let's talk Deadpool for a second. All right. So we will get into this conversation because what you're going to see, the only thing missing would be a Mafex figure in terms of the movie. Hang on, let's move him over. Bloop, there's a legend. There we go. And there's the figure arts. Okay, so this is what I've been doing quite a bit over the last 6 years. So, like, I would go through and the legend. All right, so here we go. Figure arts is typically the fastest, right? Between these two, figure arts and legends, one of those two would be coming out regardless of the character, but we're focused on Deadpool. So what you would usually happen is I would pick up one or both depending on the character. So somebody like Deadpool, yes, I would want all of the Deadpools. And then I would hold out and make a choice typically, but between a Mezco or a Mafex. And that's also, then I would go, well, so this is something, what you're seeing on this screen is something I'm trying to now avoid in 26. Because like I've always been saying, I trust my gut when it comes to looking at product images. Being surprised by the feel of a figure, it doesn't happen as often unless it's something like a Skeletron that was like so awesome and new and it just felt exactly like you would want a figure to feel. Yeah, like we kind of know. So at least I know for my own collection. And I know for this year, I am desperately avoiding the multiples for this year. So if I decide to go Legends, then I'm like, that's where, if you did catch my Cyclops SHF review, I was saying, SHF, as much as I enjoy them and that they, on the whole, are like a hand candy to me, because of scaling issues like you're seeing, like, they're the easy one to cut out for me. Which is a bummer, because I, like, this SHF... This movie Deadpool is amazing, and it is one of my favorite SHF figures. But it's just, it gets to be a point, like, even though I like them for certain things, like, I like that, I like Legends because, the durability, the ruggedness, the price point, typically. And then, Mafex, you get the more articulation. Mezco, you get the soft goods, accessories. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying this out loud for myself as much as it is to maybe help anybody else that might be in a similar, you get into those binds where you're like, I'll just get it all. But like, I'm trying to not be the get it all guy this year. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to get at. But I'm also going to get into customizing. Hang on. So I know I don't want to fall too far behind in the comments. And yes, I see Machu saying that the Amazing Yamaguchi Deadpool. Yep, that is still the best one. That is still hands down the best Deadpool. What was I getting at? Ah, yes. So I broke my sheath. I broke it off. It was not on purpose. So this is for you, McDysentery, because I love this for you, this whole customizing thing, because I'm not a big customizer. I've dabbled, just like most things. I've dabbled, and I can work my way around a hand drill, but It's fun. It really is. And again, I always credit Machu. Machu, you're the guy that has helped me embrace this side of the hobby. So yeah, I was doing the torso twist to get extra rotation. So this was a pain. This was a hard suit, but I was able to rotate, and I got it twisted so he gets way more crunch now. But in doing so, I was trying to avoid it, but because of how they permanently affixed the sheath to him, it snapped. It just snapped clean off. But it was, guys, you would have been so proud of me because you've seen when things go sideways. You see how my face contorts and my whole energy shifts. Like, but I was at my brother-in-law's house. It was at Christmas, and because it's just, of course, I bring a figure with me to just fidget with as I walk around. I know I'm such a knucklehead. So I snap it off, and I just went, I can fix this. Like, I can fix this. And I had just seen from the Oaken lens, it was not long before, so it was in my brain that there is a mod. And it was super, super, super simple. It took less than 20 minutes. I used my hand drill and drill that in. I would test out when the magnets arrived. They're 3x2 millimeter. I bought them on Amazon. And I would hand drill until I got it flat-ish. Like, you could see there's still a little bit of a raise to them, but I wanted it to be as flat as possible. I honestly could have done more. I could have done a better job in looking at this. But again, my toy anxiety, I am drilling into the back of my $100 figure, and I'm like, but it was easy. It really was easy. And it's about set in halfway. And you're going to see why it doesn't matter to me, because on the other side, I I glued and had two things over here. Anyway, ta-da! I now have a Hot Toys. This is the Hot Toys feature, the magnetic sheath. And it's on there, guys, and it is awesome. So now for posing and everything else, I can get him posed up in like a, dynamic. This is not a dynamic, but get him crouched around and stand and and then I can come around. Oops. Magnets, how do they work? So, Spaded One, all I'm trying to say is, like, this scared the hell out of me, but now that I've gone through it, and I've done it, and it's not the first time. Like, I've fixed joints before, I've snapped off stuff, I've like I said, I've known my way around one of my hand drills, and I'm very excited for you, because it's the personal pride. The pride in the satisfaction of a job well done, the pride in completing a task. I really did have such a hit of joy. I'm walking around. I showed my mother-in-law. She was up here for a bit this week. Got to show her. I showed my mom when I like I couldn't. I'm so proud. And that's the thing. I'm really proud of this, guys. So I should be as excited as I was with them, because I'm like, oh my God, look, I fixed it. How cool is that? And it barely, see that? Like, it covers the strap, but it's not too far off the back, So I could have drilled in a little bit more. I see that, but I don't care. It's not, it would have been like 3 or 4 more drills now that I look at it. But it's not this big gap. That's what I was worried about. So there we go. So yeah, Deadpool, I think that kind of covered the main, we got customizing talk out of them. There we go. Collecting habits with this part of the conversation. And I'm so annoyed because, like, of course I say all of this, and then Legends announces, the ultimate movie Deadpool. And I have this figure, gosh darn it. Like, I have him. It's the same exact one. Like, I'm not crazy about, like, this is on an older articulation scheme. I would love, but I want the accessories. So then I go back to ask myself, okay, are the Hulk hands, all that stuff, like, what would I pay? let's take a look at that real quick, if you guys don't mind. And I will get back to the seeing the chat. My apologies, as always. Ultimate Deadpool, right? It's going to call it Ultimate. Oh, let's see. Hulk hands. Come on, where are we? Well, I guess it's because he's not... I'm not seeing any posts about it. That is weird. Really? Cool. Images too? I know I'm just talking to myself. I apologize, guys. Anyway, you guys know the set I'm talking about. I have no idea. I probably should have just went to IG. But that set, I feel like I'm going to be spending, if I do drop the 50 on it, I am going to tell myself that it is more for the accessories, which, duh, but that somebody as awesome as Super Action stuff, if I were to buy, now his crates of things and also they're loaded, but I'm going to try to look at it more in that regard. Again, here I am justifying a duplicate purchase. Son of a gun. I can't. This is how they get you. What's going on, Cal the Collector? How you doing, brother? Cal got my, thank you for being a friend care package. So that made me so excited, Cal. So how you doing? We got Cap Liz here too. What's up, dude? And there's the Machu Toy. And Side 9's here. What's going on, man? And we got Endless Fables in the chat. I'm doing good. Focus on more creating, making, and photography. Yes, that is another big thing that I know I'm really focused on, and in talking to the toy daddies, like that is a big thing, is like focusing on what we make from this. Again, taking, not that I ever want to say this show. Oh, all right. I'm going to be self-aware. I recognize once again a guy that used to call his show Yimbo Buys Everything to try to shift away from consumerism. I get that. But that was also always kind of the irony I tried to bake into it. Anyway, yeah, focusing on the art. That's a big, huge thing for this year. There is going to continue to be awesome stuff and new toys that we want, or that, new toys to talk about. And we're going to still buy stuff. I'm still buying stuff. It's just that the main focus is not the acquisition, it's in the creating. So I'm right there with you, Endless. Rel said, my first period of the year was the SHF figure with Super Saiyan Goku Fighter of the Rage figure. There you go. I've heard nothing but great things all the SHF Dragon Ball stuff lately. No Mezco Blue Nightwing. I did not do it. I know it looks great. It was the version I did want. But I went with, I opened up red. I went red. So, yeah. It, in looking at the whole Bat team that I have, the red does go really well with Red Hood. Like, just his helmet and then, like, the red accents. So, it is a nice cohesive look. And then even Robin, Damien's figure, is primarily red too. So they kind of stand out, the little birds around my gong blue Batman. We got Sath here. What's up, man? Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here. And let's see. You can't say I'm going to stick with the red one. You held up 3 Deadpools. I know. I did do that. My bad. Lego does a January 1st drop. I got a small Harry Potter set of Hagrid's. Hagrid, right? Okay. Motorcycle. Awesome. Grub said I ordered Wave 1 Action Force figures that were found in the vault, and Senor Blanco. That's right. Senor Blanco had a second chance, so good for you. That's awesome that you picked him up. He's going to be great. Cal, try to buy more props and open the dials I have in box. Also, try to make some dials as well. Hell yeah. Great. These are great goals, guys. What? You have dials that you haven't opened? Cal, you got to... Come on, man. I'm going to kick you in the butt tonight. Get a dial open. At least take a look at it. Start getting some ideas going. You need to kind of see it. Not just a photo of it. Look, take it in hand. No, so of course, that is the best comic Deadpool that I have. I like my Maximum Deadpool quite a bit. I still like my Hydra Bob Deadpool. Those are legends in terms of comic version. Yeah, no, he's the favorite. This is in terms of MCU, my Ryan Reynolds love, movie Deadpool. 26, Yibbo avoids to have 3 times the fun. That's right. I'm gonna yuck everybody's yum. That's 2026. It's the heel turn. I'm kicking over the table. That's it. Everybody, no fun, no fun zone. And it is. It's still the best. It's still the best. Vicious Soldier, you need to add Hot Toys Deadpool. Yeah, he is back there. Ooh, that's Spidey, but wrong way. There he is. I know. Hot Toys Deadpool was supposed to be the FOMO killer for the Mezco, but I am so happy I have the Mezco because it is a 6-inch Hot Toy, and I can carry him around so much easier. That was a good video explaining how to fix that. Appreciate it, man. But that was again the first guy, the Oaken lens. He's the one that just did, and it was nice because I'm like, am I missing? Wait, he didn't show all the things. And he didn't show all the things. He told you the step-by-step, and the steps were very easy. So even without showing you, I was able to still, very easily just go, oh, okay, yep, I got it. So it was a great fix. Easy fix. Awesome. Rel Collect says, I have a love-hate relationship with AY, but can never get rid of the Deadpools. Dude, I'm with you. And I also feel the same way. I know Chewy and I have talked about it recently. I think on Monday we were getting into it. How just like Yamaguchi, we're both at a point where it's got to check all the right boxes. It's, it was at one point, new release, grab it, that's awesome. But yeah, I've soured to an extent on some. On the whole. So there's Spidey's still great, Black Panther, Deadpool. I like the ones that I have, but it's a brand that I'm definitely, here we go. I'm not going to, I will be up front if I am going to pick up Reveltech figures in 26. Most likely they'll be of the Mess Toys variety. I really like what Mess Toys has done, and for $30, the plastic feels better. I don't have quite as many of the anxiety that I do posing around an official release. So, I don't know. Yeah, Mess kind of has my heart there. And magnets do make toys better. Dude, I have so many of these now. It was 42 in the set for $7. I was like, all right, I'm just going to buy a ton. And then maybe other things will come to mind. I am looking at all of my toys as what can I drill into and glue a magnet? Because it's so great. I love it's the click. It's that whole ASMR satisfying. It's just wonderful. It's great. Kiwi Collector, happy Sunday, happy New Year. It's wild that Mezco didn't make the sheath magnetic. That's what I'm saying. But even just the choice in general it has been very difficult. This costume, and I think it's kind of all Deadpool's anyway, but because of the katanas, he is a challenging figure to because you have to make a decision as to how you want, let me get my brain working again. So, Mezco takes the most dangerous route with their selection. Because I've had my comic Deadpool fell off and did a shelf dive once, and the katana, the handle snapped off. But I wouldn't want Mezco to not give us their awesome things. And I personally, and maybe Mez does too, I like accessories going in, having functionality. That was a big thing with me in Mezco, having all of the different latches, this and this can slide, and on this gun, and this compartment opens up. So, I'm pretty sure Mez and I share that toy philosophy. But then you get into tough decisions. SHF has this port, and it's just like Mafex did it too, where the sheath ports in, and then you have handles that you could just stick on or take out, and then just the swords are their own separate thing. And then, of course, with Legends, they're bendy. They're bendy and... Oh, God, these don't even want to come out. There we go. So you don't have to necessarily worry about them breaking. But they're just always there. And, they can be in the way, too. So I think it's just a matter of Deadpool as a character and costume design in action figure form. It is just a tough decision to make. And I think it's just... We don't have this conversation with Leonardo because I feel like with Deadpool, you do picture him in so many different situations, being in cars and all sorts of stuff. Whereas with Leo, I don't picture him necessarily like sitting on the couch instantly. I'm not saying he wouldn't sit on the couch, but that doesn't factor into my toy analysis of a Leonardo figure. Is that making sense whatsoever? I think in my head it's clear. I don't know. But I still agree with you, Kiwi, that yeah, this should have just been it. Like, I feel like Hot Toys, they're well aware. Mezco has to be well aware that they are the small hot toy reputation, right? So they know that. The only thing that would be is if they didn't know that was the design choice, which I totally understand as well. Like, this was too far into production. Again, we know that there are timelines that we're not privy to in terms of, like, 18 months out. They have to know and get things produced. Who knows? But yeah, so that was a swing and a miss. But making magnets for us on our ends, a painless, sweat-free, hands were dry, guys. Like, I didn't even get nervous. It was that simple. I'm telling you. Let's see. Seriously, the removable sheath makes this figure way better. More magnets. I know. And then listen to it. Listen to it. It's so good. So satisfying. But yeah, instantly makes this figure the best. And Machu, thank you so much. Never expected. Always appreciate it. I love you, man. For the love of God, his name is Otaku. Otaku Lens. I don't know. The guy says his name. Oh, so Chewy figured it out. I have been blending Otaku Lens. These are two wonderful dudes. I know they're two separate human beings, but they're both customizers and they're both at a similar following. And unless I hear Otaku Lens's voice. Oh my god. So anyway, I think that's what I was doing. Otaku Lens and One Oak Customs. I'm blending those names together. That's what I've been doing. I'm sorry for my brain. I know. I'm sorry for my brain. And thank you, Machu. Let's see. Get a custom nice pool ponytail. There we go for the Legends fig. Then it's technically a different Deadpool and not a duplicate fig. Completely unique. I like that idea a lot. I haven't pre-ordered. Oh, all right, so these are going to be some of my pre-orders for 2026. I'm not... The old part of me, like there is a huge part of me that just wants to get all of the Deadpool Wolverine figures. But I am going to cherry pick, and I still kind of want them all, damn it. But which one was I thinking of? The Cowboy, like the Cowboy. So you're right, like we are going to be getting some variants, at least that variant. And I do have some other Deadpool. So this is a good call. This is a good call. We got Rowdy Riles. How you doing? Just so you know, guys, Rowdy Riles is approaching 4,000. Unless you did it in the last, I'll check right now for you. But let's if you haven't checked out Rowdy Riles, please do. A lot of good gaming stuff happening over there recently as well. And Riley, I wanted to thank you for mentioning me. It was I meant to actually send you a message, but I was like falling asleep on the couch the other night. But I saw David Display Model Behavior was doing like a Toy Tuber live stream. So thank you for mentioning my name and getting that on the list. That was really sweet. So that meant the world. So just so you know that, thank you. So. Let's see. Hold on a second. All right, close it in. Close it in. So Riles has the some gaming streams going. All right. So close it in. So close. So we hope we're out. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Where are we? Ian Saunders. What's up, dude? Collecting in 26 is going to be at self-control for me. Hell yeah, man. That's all I've been talking about. No more FOMO. Focus more on collecting money than collecting plastic in these trying times. You're right. I mean, I know I feel it. You know, like if you have your finger on the pulse of just things, you know, like with utilities and just again pricing of stuff that is out of our control. So, it is. I'd rather be a guy out here, talking about, you know, like, you know, this type of conversation than just pushing you guys to buy whatever. You know, I think it's really important. Plus, I find more joy in what I've been doing lately. Like the joy in these particular toys. Oh man, I'm having one at night, guys. I knocked over the mic right into the thing. I'm glad the stream is still up. I'm glad the stream is still going. My goodness. Um, but anyway, geez Louise, all I was trying to say, I see this desk. I didn't clean the desk. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get this back up. There we go. Switch this there. There. All right. So what I was trying to say before I unceremoniously booted myself is like these are two premium figures. And for the first time in what's felt like a long time, I've only stuck with these two and have, like I said, been exploring. I ended up going back to my SHF and started taking all the stuff I got once from the Tomy, the Maximum Effort set. So anything that I thought would apply well to movie Mezco, so like the Deadpool bat, I now have a bazooka that's Deadpool branded. And this is all stuff that I've had already. Assault rifle with the logos. But this now is expanding, and again, I'm really having so much more fun thinking of all of the different ideas as opposed to what I had fallen into the trap of buying a new figure, either making an unboxing or talking about it on a stream, thinking of photos, maybe doing one, and then like to the next thing. And I hope you guys don't mind that. Like I said, like for a lot of our Sunday and Monday streams, instead of a lot of new stuff to show off, it's a lot of revisiting. I enjoy end of the year look backs so much, and I know my friend Cody, Too Much New Toys, he put in his story. I meant to talk to him about it, but he was like poo-pooing end of the year lists. But like I said, I use it as a reflective, both in habits, in myself, in my desires. So self-reflection is really, really essential, I feel like. But yeah, so Ian, going back to it's hard, and then you have to know. So sometimes I pull back from IG sometimes if I know I don't have like if my toy budget is blown for a month, I might be pulled back a little bit because sometimes in chats or seeing stories and just all of a sudden, oh, I want this thing, and like, sometimes I just need a little break from that wanting feeling too. Like if I don't see it, I don't know it's there. Again, you got to find the little tips and tricks that work for you guys, for yourself. All right, I'm scrolling back up. My goodness, I love you guys. Sorry for rattling on so much without checking in. We got Loco Lou in the house. How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Grump saying, does anyone know how to get these Silac accessories on her wrists? No, they're the worst. They are poopy. You should get a X-Acto knife, and you're gonna need to cut a thing to make it better. Yeah, otherwise, I haven't done it yet myself, but those accessories should have been better. Spader One says none of the Deadpools have an unmasked head sculpt. That is a big problem, right? I know Hot Toys finally got the Ryan Reynolds. He just must have been asking so much for his likeness. It's the only thing I could think of. Oh, you Deadpool's out when you're upgraded to Hot Toys. No. Hot Toys, I still only have. I have 4. It's kind of like my like a birthday present to myself each year. So I have my Gamerverse Spidey, in the classic suit. I have my Hot Toys Deadpool, my Kid Pool. That was my birthday present this year, and my Groot was a couple of birthdays. So basically, yeah, that's what I do. Let's see. 2 months from now, Yuba's going to have a video about having bought that Ultimate Deadpool. Well, I am going to buy it. I'm telling you now. It's frustrating, but at the same time, I have to look at it as like an accessory kit. Like, that's how, in my brain, I'm going to justify that one. But yeah, this is the type of stuff that is going to happen daily, especially as news comes out, new pre-orders, yada, yada. Let's see. Larry saying, finally got Jada Toys Ryu and Batman Forever Alfred Pennyworth and Batmobile yesterday. Nice. Ryu is such a good figure and having tons of fun with that Batmobile. That's awesome. Ooh, the Batman Forever one. Yeah, I still have my original Kenner Batman Forever mobile. I love that one. Let's see. Y'all YouTubers got to stop promoting these bootleg companies. Heard from someone there are rumblings of Metacomp thinking of discontinuing Mafex. Ooh. Interesting. Well, you know what's kind of nuts though? Like, I hate this goes back to like the whole NECA situation again. Not get into it again, but anything that kind of borderlines arrogance. So I love, like, Mafex figures are great and they are universally loved, and right, everybody worships at the altar of Mafex. But I know I've been personally on the other end of that whole journey. And I've been somebody that's always been like, well, why don't we give this company a hard time? And it's like, oh, well, if we start, they'll just stop. Well, what the hell then? I don't know. Like, it's kind of messed up to, like, again, it feels like a threat. Now this is rumblings, so who knows? I mean, the whole bootleg situation sucks. Again, I deal with my own. I decided not to talk morality and morals with you guys. I heard Just Jay. I watched his top 10 list, and I really like his videos and like him, his person, who he is and his critiques. And he said the same thing about the mess toys. He's just like, look, he's not happy about it, but they're putting out bangers, and he's like, those are my own morals, I have to come to terms with. So, I mean, hey, I only bought one, for the record. I only bought one of these. I didn't get all the Spideys. But yeah, I don't know. Mafex could, as a toy line, like, I feel like they give less than 0 poops about us, Like, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But Anders, what's going on, man? But no, I agree with you, Machu. It's definitely not far-fetched. That's why you caught me off guard, because it's like, yeah, that would suck. But the last thing I want is for any toy, like any company that's making toys, to do something where they stop making toys. Like, that's just the bottom line. And that's why I try to keep my criticisms in a constructive sense, because I want all companies to do well. Hey, premium DNA. I want that to be a thing. I don't trust them for anything right now. Like, I wouldn't order anything that they've done just based on their track record. But I still would like them to do well if they could put together, nice comeback package. Am I looking at mirrors or multiple Deadpools? Oh, yes, it is multiple Deadpools. Highly articulate. I was watching your stream earlier. I didn't get to chime in, but I had you on your top 10 figures of the year. Let's see. Fusion Dance. Thoughts on Mezco movie turtles? NECA ones are great, but if they're anything like the last Mezco turtles, there'll be a bunch of cool stuff. So, I don't think this set has a lot, but I would... As of this moment, I have my NECA movie 1 and 2 turtles. I'm not looking. I probably will be fine, even though the Mezco ones will be better. That's just the bottom line. The Mezco ones will be so much better. So if having them in movie form, those will be the ones to get. I don't think they're going to come with as many accessories, but NECA has all the movie accessory packs that are floating around in the aftermarket. So it's not the end of the world. That stuff is awesome, by the way. We got Toy Page in the house. How you doing, man? I was in the mobile live. None of those comments coming up. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's technically two separate streams as StreamYard pushes this out. But they're great. Oh, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Did someone say, of course. And you're very welcome, Riley. No problem. And let's see. 26 just begun a Yimbo's already canceling himself. What did I say? Wait, what did I do? I remember when 60 bucks could fill a shopping cart at the grocery store. Oh, college. Hopefully getting my Hush Batman tomorrow. Oh, Grumps, I'm so excited. Guys, I missed out. 5K had 2 different drops of the Chaos Batman. And he was still on my radar because of National Defender. But I missed him. I missed them both times. But that's where I keep going. I have to go back to the universe is telling me. It's okay. Enjoy the Gong Batman. Enjoy the Gong Batman. Let's see. Let's see. Content creation 26 to start a turn. Trust me. I mean, I actually started, was it last year? I'm going to go back to time has no meaning. Time is a flat circle, right? So it could have been last year or it could have been at this time 2 years ago. But the tea leaves have been, like reading the tea leaves have been out there for a while now, as with, again, pricing and things and yada yada. So I think I said it last year, so I'm going to say it again this year. For anybody that has only relied on content around what's the latest and the greatest, and I'm not saying I haven't, I've been part of that, but I think they need to, people need to start pivoting and being a little bit more creative. But who knows? Maybe they can do it. And if they can, great. Who am I to begrudge someone else their own successes, But I do think on the whole, it might be interesting. Plus, we're all competing against AI slop. And then, all that nonsense. So if anything, I will say AI has given me more confidence to strip away some of my perfectionism. And that's where you saw this month. This week alone, I just said, screw it. I'm filming and I'm having fun and I'm trying to structure my ideas and then I get it out and I'm not going to overthink stuff. So that's where this week, even though I'm going back to work, and then that obviously I'll have significantly less time again to devote to toys. But I think that this week set me up habitually to keep, if you've been enjoying these, long form videos. So I hope you have, but, being able to keep cranking them out both for this channel and for the Toy Pick community. So I'm excited. Alberto, happy Sunday, dude. Thanks for being here. Vicious Soldier, that's a good selection of hot toys. I was at their website and glad that they gave me the itch. It's the only other one that's been on my radar has been Mando and Grogu, as just because gorgeous to look at, and I wouldn't need him to pose any kind of craziness. The Spidey bums me out. I know people can pose hot toy Spideys. I know. I'm not one of them. I kind of equate Spidey Hot Toys posing to McFarlane posing. Just in regards to, there are people that can do it really well, and I'm not one of them. So that's why those figures frustrate me. That Hot Toy Spidey frustrates me in a Spidey pose way, whereas Deadpool, I don't need him to do anything nuts, But nothing there. That's good. Let's see. Winger loose. Machu wah wah. My man. Messy, Yibbo. Though we're talking 26 figs, are there any past grails you want to get this year? For example, I want to get the Reverse Flash and the Fury Toys Sun Wukong before 2027. Messy, just so you know, I will help. I have a version. So he's unboxed, obviously. He's had my, man hands on it. But I will keep it. He's on my shelf. I think he's really cool. But if it was a figure, we could talk. If that's a grill for you, man, then we could definitely talk at some point this year when you're ready to make a move. Unless you want to get him new, which I totally respect. But anyway, there you go. So we got some future conversations. But do I have any past grails? No, I mean, like I said, the Chaos Toys Batman looks amazing, but like this Gong Studios Batman hits everything that I want, and then his legs, like he has drop down legs. I know but he has drop downs. Like his leg movement is so superior to the National Defender, and I really love that figure too. But the range, he gets less range in the upper hip area. So, and he's a bigger boy. But anyway, this Batman is just doing it for me right now. So, and when I was thinking about picking up them both, like that Chaos one, like at the time, I didn't have a good cloth, soft goods Batman. But like now I do. I have my one. So perhaps that one. LPZZ Arkham Batman. It's a lot of Batman talk, but that was also during my starting to try to cut back or not dabble across too many of the same outfits. So LPZZ, I'm telling myself I'm happy with this, like Batman. I could do a ton of photography with this Batman. Arkham, I love the games. I love the series. But I don't necessarily need multiple versions of that costume. So I'm really interested in, and this is going to sound silly, but LPZZ is doing a Mafex Hush Batman. I'm more inclined to get that, which that probably sounds crazy. But see, in my toy collecting brain, that toy side of me, like I love comparing side by sides. This is what it is part of the reason I have so many multiple versions. Like I do love the comparison. But LPZZ, that is that Arkham one. And in art's just too big. Like this Batman, if I really wanted these two guys to play together, they could. But it seems like the in art is just, he's like a figure that would just be himself. And that's fine. Like this Batman, I could just do photos of him. I could just make reels of him. But I like telling stories, and I like, and that's again my big goal for myself in like the art side is just really making sure I'm taking toy photos each week because I love it. Cap lives. I'm not gonna lie. If Medicom is ending Mafex because a company gets out wanted reissues as bootleg quicker than Medicom, that's on Medicom, and that's what I'm trying to say, Cap. Yeah, like they can't just take that tone of voice with us. Not that they have. But I understand, like, if people are talking. I just don't, yeah, I get it. But that's the whole thing. Like, Medicom has, Mafex, that whole line isn't one of their big money-making pieces. So it's always just been kind of like an afterthought, in my eyes, how they've treated. Think of the releases. I don't know. It doesn't bother, that threat of that doesn't bother me nearly as much in 2026 because of how great toys are. Licensed or not, toys are going to get made and we're going to buy good toys. So, let's see. YouTuber says, screw Mafex support. On the other hand, I'm sure Medicom could track down the factories producing the bootlegs because it's most likely in their own backyard. I would agree. Jumping back on, what did Jimbo say about premium DNA? Nothing. That like they were terrible, right? They stole people's money. They were a bad company. They're trying to put out products again. I don't know, man. Retro Toy Princess, hello. Happy Sunday. We got Brick Something in the house. Hey, Happy New Year, man. Let's see. CT Mofex are definitely bootlegs, but does Mess Toys count? Yes, it does. It is. It definitely counts. Yep. Mess Toys is basically CT. And, I mean, they are making their own toy, but based off of AY engineering. So, it's a good time to have an evergreen backlog of content. That is for sure. That is also for sure. I tried, and I always feel like I know I'm the type of person, and this has been my issue with social media, right? Like, there's only so much, I've said this before, and if you're a fellow toy parent out there, or just whatever, just busy, you only have so much time, right? So, supporting friends is always a huge factor into me being on the internet. I want to help other people, not just build myself, right? So, it felt weird this week because I was with my kids a lot, like basically all the time. So, like, try not to be sitting there always on my phone. So I was just trying to blow out a lot of my backlog. I didn't even do it, but then it's because like I start feeling guilty as soon as I can't start reciprocating or like sharing the love. So I did try to get a lot out. I still have a lot of stuff to go though. You're right. There's still a lot of 2025 just footage to edit, pictures I never posted. But that's good. That's a good thing. Jamelin Parks, what's up, man? Hello. It's all good. Happy New Year, Jamelin. And just so you know, January 25th, Chubsy Wubsy. Mark it down on your calendar. I just need to get a couple extra details from Chubsy, but it's going to be awesome. So I hope I get to see you there. Toy Page. Not sure Turtles fans have considered NECA and Mezco. 90 Turtles are different scales. So this whole which line is better is a mute point. That's also true. That is also true. The NECA Turtles are enormous. I know for me, as much as I love the movie, like I have they're represented. I love that I've discovered in the last 6 years, just like, again, my love of Ninja Turtles as a whole. So, you know, being able to check out the Medi-Toys stuff and the Joy Toy stuff and the different versions that are out there, that sparks more of my Turtle Joy than like, yeah, I don't know if I need that set. But that is a really good point from Paige. Like, these will go really well with Deadpool. They'll go really well with Keaton Batman. Oh man, Reeves Superman. Now I'm just thinking of all our movie heroes that Mezco's made. Son of a gun, that could be really awesome. So maybe if I sell the NECA figures, that'll pay down. Yeah, I'll put it towards the Mezco purchase. Because they're going to be superior. As just a toy, just in toy in hands, it's not even going to... It's not a comparison. So... Alright, now the turtles are on my head again. 26, it looks so Fubi. 4 points. 4 points of articulation. Ratty Rouse says, I plan to do a lot of older toy-like retrospectives and like top 10 band toy stuff. Yes! That sounds awesome. I think that's, yeah. Perfect. That is perfect. Exactly. It's how we can talk about toys around our fandoms. So, and I love type of stuff. Like, that's my brother-in-law, who I just got him in the last, like a month ago. He got his first pile of loot in. So he owns, like, now some Super 7 Turtles. And I haven't pushed. I keep trying to, like, not push. I love you, Mike. I don't want to push too hard. Because, like, I feel like once he rips that Band-Aid off, I just... Because right now, he asked me about it. He's very supportive. I try not to talk his ear off about toys like I do with you guys. So, but he's been getting into it. He got his first pile of loot. I got to talk to him. Yeah. Anyway, he showed me this awesome YouTube channel. There are so many toy tuber accounts, and there are people like that we don't even know. Just for the record, guys. And these are like accounts that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. That's how crazy the internet just is, and YouTube just is. So, like somebody like Carbon Scoring, like he's somebody that I didn't recognize. Carbon Score, like how am I trying to say this? Like we got to hang out with Carbon Scoring because we ran into him at SDCC, but like there's just a lot of people that are out there cranking out really great stuff. So my point is, my brother-in-law showed me this awesome retrospective of like the Turtles toy line. I don't think it was Toy Federation, although that's another great account too. But yeah, yes. People love talking about toys, even if they don't collect hardcore like us. Like I keep telling everybody, like everybody loves toys. Every single human being loved toys at one point of their lives. Toy page. If I have 6 hits, they're not going to scale with Mezco and vice versa. Yeah, for sure. Machi, the mess toys do affect the sales. Like the black suit wasn't a sellout because a lot of us have the mess toys. Yep. Captain McKay, happy Sunday. I'm saying I'm slowing down on some lines, but I'm still spending money on more expensive figures. So no matter what, I'm still buying toys. Exactly. Yeah. That's the bottom line. And here, you know what? I put this in my Mezco top 5 video. So this is going back to our boy Toy Page. So again, guys, if you are a Mezco fan, it should be an automatic, like your first purchase comes with a subscription to the Toy Page, for the record. So I found this to be very interesting because I haven't done my math yet for my toy expenses, and it's never going to be an exact total. Well, this year, this is the time I should try to make it an exact total for 26. But usually whatever number I come out to is a little bit less than what it was, the actual number. But I will say, if you just bought one Mezco figure of each release, it came out to $3,500 plus tax and shipping, which Mezco, has also their tax and shipping has been a little bit high, but still. So let's think under $4,000. That's a lot of money. However, in the course of a year, if you were able to, if you're a collector with the means, that's not a terrible total, to be honest. So, like, that's partly, I really wanted to highlight, again, first of all, Toy Page, because I love you, Manuel. But this post and this number, because it really, to me, illustrated the importance of picking and choosing lanes, which is something I never wanted to box myself into a corner. But my dabbling has cost me far more money. And if push comes to shove, again, life or death, what's your favorite toy line? I'm going to say Mezco. Like, that's going to be everything, everything else stripped away. I'll go with Mezco. If I just stuck with Mezco, like, that's kind of eye-opening. But then I would not be buying anything else from other companies. But I'm going to try to use this to help guide my purchases throughout the year. And I might lean harder in, like, thinking of Mezco in this way. It might just make it a little easier, being like, you know what, I'm going to pick up, I know there's going to be a Mezco dropping this month. I'll wait to see that, and I won't pre-order this other thing I'm, like, waffling on. I don't know. Again, just trying to make this make sense in my brain. Let's see. Spada1 says, I need NR, LPZZ, Muff, or one of those other third party to Serbian, Adam West, and Burt Ward, Batman, and Robin. Dude, there is a company coming out, and I want to say that they're part of Muff Toys. I have the thing. It's classic. It's that whole line. It's the whole Batman 66 in soft goods. So $5,000. I have mine pre-ordered for the Joker. I haven't seen any other announcements about this figure though. So we'll have to see. But there is a soft goods line coming out. And yeah, buddy, a lot of Batman talk is good talk. Hell yeah. Looking forward to Arkham Origins. I don't mind them being closer to NECA scale. They have so many prototypes that intrigue me. So for that reason, I hope I don't love it. Dude, I can't believe I don't own one yet, but I feel like I will, especially on this trajectory that they're on. Are we allowed to talk about? I won't, but it's way past San Diego. So like in San Diego, we got to go to an art event, and there was a whole black curtain thing. And I took a ton of pictures, and those pictures, they wanted to share it, but not say where it was from. I was very confused. Anyway, can I talk about those things now? Can we collectively, anybody else who's at that in-art event, can we start talking about what they're dropping? Ian, you're doing the right thing, Imbo. Collecting can be like a drug addiction. You get a dopamine hit from acquiring a new fig. Understand you don't need every Batman. It's hard, but it's the key. I know. It really is like that waffle. What you guys see, I know Diggs, I love Diggs, has joked with me in the past about filming, like doing what I'm doing now. This conversation with myself. It can be really hard because there, of course, these things are designed for us to love them. But this is real struggle. This is real struggle. But yeah, having this Batman, I'm telling you guys, it makes a huge difference when you do spend that time with, especially like a premium toy with all of the different options and really exploring it. I don't know. I've just been finding so much joy out of that. Retro Toy Princess. Most bootlegs are made in the same factory after the official run and then go out the back door. I know. I remember the first bootlegs things I ever bought were it was like a baseball jersey and a football or basketball. Yeah, I got jerseys. I bought jerseys. And it was straight up like, wow, this is the exact same thing. I just didn't have to spend XYZ on it. Just try to words. Am I right, Grumps? Am I right? Jukebox Hero. What's up, man? By the way, total, it's June 4th. This is on me, folks. I hope you give me a little pass because I did crank out so many videos this week and I didn't have it in me. I wanted to, yesterday was a big family day and today was like just kind of home with the kids. So I decided to just chill. Like we just did family, clean up the house and stuff. But like I didn't do any content creation. So I owe my fellow citizens of Yambonia a state of Yambonia for 2026. I'm going to film that tomorrow and I will have it uploaded. So just so you know, in case you might want to be a channel member, I put out that once a month. And then I do a lot of weekly specific posts. And then actually I posted like a piece of a video I ended up cutting out, but I still wanted people to see. So I'm going to do stuff like that too. So nothing set, but I will do other fun little, so it's there if you would like to support the channel. Yada, yada. Jamie Lynn, I've become a big fan of Moffics in the last 4 or 5 years, but with the quality of figures coming out from various sources and the potential for new great DC figures, that's just more money I could save. I agree. This Gong Studios figure, I am so stoked to see what else that they can do. And like I said, I really enjoyed my Kingdom Come that Cal sent me. That one's great. But the fact that from this Superman, they made so many improvements to their base body. And I mean, like, I wish I could express or like have you guys feel the love that I have for this, like, Gong Batman. It is really like everything. Like every once in a while, there's a toy that hits that holy crap level, and that's what this is to me. And it's smoother than a Moffics figure too. I'll tell you that much. I don't know. I think he's great. Yes, mark that down, baby. All right, for me, the first Mezco TMNT crushed it. I can appreciate the tune and new movie ones, but something doesn't quite land with me, whereas the original Mezco set was a slam dunk. Yeah, see, now, and this is why these conversations are good, and this is why I appreciate you guys. So, McKay, thank you so much, because now you're like, giving me that reverse. Maybe I'm back to maybe I don't need them. Maybe I don't need them. It's okay. Everything will be okay. I do have those other movie turtles if I ever need to photograph them. Because the Mezco set, I have a shelf where I have my Party Wagon and my Toon Turtles and all my NECA Toon Turtles. They're all out. And I have in this acrylic display case my Mezco set. And I didn't get to do it. It was on my to-do list if I got there. But I have in mind this week to swap out and put the Toon stuff in the acrylic case so I can have the Mezco stuff handy, accessible. Like I find the ease of access means I'll be gravitating more to like picking it up off the shelf, posing it around, because those are what figures of 2024, top figures, and I haven't done a lot with them this year. And you're right, I should really revisit, enjoy, re-explore. And I'm sorry, I'm so delayed. When did this come in? 10 minutes or 12 minutes ago. Sorry, Johnny. All right, I'm not going to pew, pew, pew. No. But never expected, always appreciated. Thank you so much. So here we go. Happy New Year, Yimbo. Regardless of what lanes you establish in practice, I am believing for a great experience for you, my dude. I appreciate it. Same to you, Johnny. And same to all of you guys. I wish the best for you for 2026. And it's whatever it's going to mean for you. Again, it's setting your goals, setting your expectations. And again, like I try not to worry, like if people are putting expectations, I'm just trying to do my best, each day. So, I appreciate you, man. I want a great 26 for all of us. I really do. How old is he? Oh, my brother-in-law, he's only a couple years younger. So, in his 40s. He's 40. And on the Mezco Movie Turtles 6-inch scale, movable eyes. That's right, movable eyes. Shoot. Yeah. I mean, personally, this goes back to I'm happy I have all those neck accessories, because if I do take the plunge, I'm happy that the price was at $400. It's still a lot of money, obviously, but I was worried that a $400 original Mezco set would now look like $500 or more. So, yes, less accessories, but the accessories exist already. That's the thing. Cap lives. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who caught that, Grumps. Toy Page, Mattel is getting that is getting the DC line in July. Does that mean like Mezco doesn't have that? Are they getting the master license? How does that or are we not getting more Mezco DC figures? Because that would make me sad. And of course, I love you, buddy. Larry said, I spent more than that at Leisure Scott this year. I told you, Larry, this stuff happens. It happens. It's all good. Chuck Finlay. No, dude, I'm happy you're here, man. This is awesome. I know I'm about 10 minutes behind on getting to this, so thanks for being here. Let's see, Mattel. Wait, they announced this already? Batman, Robin, Joker, Flash. Wait. Oh, 112 days coming. All right, geez Louise. I mean, Mezco has been going after Wallace since the last couple of weeks. That's all right. I'm ready for this one. Anyone getting DB Toys, the Fantastic Worm Man, aka Amazing Spider-Man, that will go perfect with Mezco Deadpool. I think it'll be one of my first pre-orders. DB Toys, the Fantastic Worm Man. What? Oh, I did see this. All right, I'm going to bring up Toy Metaverse, folks, so you know what we're talking about. Well, I'm not going to get it from Toy Metaverse, but that's the figure. There we go. He does look crazy good. He is going to... I think he'll move really well. The biggest thing will be the lower ab crunch. But he can hit the Spider-Man pose. I wonder to what extent, because it is perched up. This is kind of what I said about Miles in my Mezco top 5. Where, like, if I put him on a gargoyle, he can hit the pose. But I think it's all in the legs. I think he can. But who, this is cool. This shot, really? He comes with all this? That is really cool. Dang it. All right, that is awesome. That is going to go really well with Mezco Deadpool. Damn it. You weren't allowed to talk about it. Fair enough. Well, I'm not in the S tier of influencers, so does it matter? No, I'm just kidding. I won't. I don't want to get in trouble. 66 Batman line would be awesome for Mezco 112. Seems like those designs and characters would fit the Mezco style perfectly. Perfectly. Like, there's no other... There are certain ones, like when Indiana Jones was announced, like, there's just certain characters, and he's... Yeah. Adam West, are you serious? Like, they looked like they were wearing pajamas then. They literally are perfect for it. I know, I won't. No, I didn't. I didn't say what was there. No. For the record, Machu and Jay-Shot and Toy Father and Chewy all had the link tonight. So I could have had a babysitter. Let's see. Harper Figs! What did I say? Nothing. I didn't reveal anything. I just said that I went behind a curtain. As well as many other toy tubing and toy photography people. It wasn't just me. Did you sign anything? See, I did not sign anything. They told us to post. No, see, all right. January 4th, June 4th. Yep. Hoping Gong steps out of the Hush story. We get to the JL members. That would be awesome. Rick Dom, my man. Dude, that would be amazing. Yes. Good Green Lantern. Hell yeah. Mezco TMNT stuff is the only Mez stuff I actually took out of the box and put in the bags for easier access. I put them all in a metal TMNT lunchbox so it can be part of the display. That is the best idea. I have my Trevor 1/6 shooter lunchbox. I have my old Thundercat. So, yes, the old tin lunchboxes are perfect for storage and display. Love that. Yembo, with having your best Batman and Kingdom Come Superman, what's the next Justice League member you would want? Ooh, well, really, at this point, I would buy every single, like, if Gong Studios did a whole Justice League, I'm buying it. And this Kingdom Come, like, I'm so happy I have them from Cal. They could give me a Hush-styled one. They can give me their own interpretation. Like, I would take a classic look Superman. I would then get, every classic iteration. Gong, do them. I will buy them. Based on these two, hell yeah. So, the next one I would want, I think I might go with Chewy. Only because I've been begging for someone to make a Green Lantern accessory pack. I feel like it's a no-brainer, whether it's a company or a toy custom person. Like, if somebody had the name of custom in their name, then maybe they should make an accessory pack for Green Lanterns. No, Green Lantern would be great. I don't have a soft goods Flash. I would want a good soft goods Flash. Depending on the iteration, I would take one, or I would take both of Cyborg or Martian Manhunter, depending on which roster you're putting out. Soft good version of either of those would be amazing. I guess Cyborg, his would have to be like die cast. That would be really neat. That would be cool. And I got another one. Oh my goodness. Real Pock photos. Pock photos of the house. Never expected. Always appreciated. What up, Yimbo? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Pock. Appreciate your content as well as the toy days with the toy photography aspect of the community. Cheers, bro. My man, dude, thank you so very, very much. Here is a little, I'm going to steal the Laserverse. Pew, 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 pew. Although, hold on. I got my glove here. My son's been playing with it. So, do I... Boop. My man. But I appreciate You, Johnny, thank you guys so much for the super chats this evening. Toy page 26 will sort itself out. Content creation is going to take a different turn. Creators won't keep competing with AI, not other content creators. Time to thrive up, trust me. That is also super, super big. Every time, again, if you're somebody, I know you guys. Some of you are here just for the toys and the collecting and the talk and hang. I love it. Some of you are also on your own little journeys of goals and things for the content side. So, yeah, I agree with you, Toy Page. Keep your eyes and ears out all the time for new features from Instagram and YouTube. And then we got to do them. And a lot of those are about collaborating. So I agree with you. This is the same makers as Netman. Okay. Oh, so the Netman can move. Hell yeah. Okay. He's another figure that I got from Manchu. Thank you, buddy. And haven't cracked, spent 5 minutes with him. Went, burp, 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 and he's been chilling. So he's somebody else I need to explore. And again, he's not going to be my best soft goods Spider-Man, but he's a grace, that ultimate look, that spectacular. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. DB Toys, there we go. All right. Would you still love Spider-Man if he was a worm? I usually only have to go behind the curtain to buy DVDs. Fair enough. Rick Dodd, Flash of Green Lantern would be ideal. Yeah, man. And you're going to be hitting up Zolocon this year. Zolocon, let me check. So, I can't believe con season is coming back around again. Unbelievable. All right, ZoloCon. Here we go. Boom. February 27th to March 1st. I looked this up. It is an hour or so. Hour and a half. It's doable. And I know toy friends who have driven a lot longer for cons. So I got to put this on the family calendar. So January 25th, Chubsies, mark that down on your calendar. Valentine's Day weekend, I still need to do the steps to do it, but I'm hoping Toy Fair will have some Toy Daddy representation. And then ZoloCon would be a couple weeks later. It's all doable. My wife just needs the heads up. That's why I got to tell her. So thank you, Pac. I just got to get this on the calendar. And Let's Spaded One says, I'm really hoping Mezco continues the Golden Age Marvel thing in 26 and shows a new Iron Man, a classic Daredevil, and my wild card would be Namor. That would be interesting, a Namor. But a classic Daredevil, yeah, I mean, Mezco, I feel like between the improvements in their figures, their base bodies, and then just everything. Like when I know I really came around on Nightwing. I continue to be blown away by the fabric that was selected and the fact that the creases, there's no creasing. It's just like he can move. I would love a new Mezco Daredevil. I'm sure Punisher gets mentioned. I know these turned into Grails, but why not? Why not have its time? Legends comes back around. I think it's time to do a re-up of some of these. Actually, you know what, guys? Based on the time, that's a whole nother topic for another night. But I'm very interested in that. Maybe that's Paige. Maybe that is an episode that you and I can do together. We could do a little Mezco discussion of a Mezco / collector discussion. I think that'd be good. And honestly, Paige may have covered this before. We all, but having a really a Mezco specific. Would you want them to do these characters over again? Because they are one of the few companies that has not only held value in certain instances, but also, have skyrocketed. So I'm not saying someone who owns an Iron Fist would be pleased if they were doing a new Iron Fist. We would be. But anyway, Paige, that's something if you want to talk about that, we got to do that. So that question for me, same deal, man. I'm just trying to not, my biggest goal, as much as I love doing my comparisons, is really just trying to eliminate the many, many instances of this. I'm not saying occasionally, but trying to avoid this year in the same calendar year buying multiple versions of the same costume. That's got to be the big thing. Not the same character, like it could be comic and movies, but I'm trying to avoid this. That's one of my big ones. Let's see. Classic DD would be great. Would also love an updated Punisher. Yep, and War Machine. That'd be amazing. Yeah, Punisher is a must. I mean, that's the one that I sparked that because Punisher is a Mezco Grail. So, but would people be happy about that? That's the question. But anyway, yeah. I'm telling you, you would love the Blue Nightwing more. Yeah, I probably would. Yay! All right. See, we gotta get a date on the calendar. All right. A Flash with magnets under the soft goods suit on the figure's arms, legs, and back for lightning effects. You just gave me an idea. Oh, it's not going to be big enough. Because not that I wouldn't do it to Reverse Flash. Messy, don't worry. But maybe on regular Flash. I wonder, because like these holes to port in the lightning effects, what if I drilled those and dropped in magnets? Part of me wants to do this to the regular version where I expand these holes, set in the magnet, and then have to do whatever kind of prepping and clipping and gluing. But that would be sick. I kind of want to do that now. I feel like I might use that figure more, because that's my Justice League Flash right now. If I had to put together a photo, like that Flash is my best Flash figure. Mezco's leaving Homeboy at the table with no bonus. Kraken Studios is having a whole hype cycle. He's one of the top customs, and the older Mezcos are super expensive secondhand. Do it. Yeah. It is money on the table. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I didn't catch that the first time. Money on the table. Oh, my goodness. So, that seems like the perfect comment after last week, or... This seems like this week's big talking point. There we go. I'm trying to expand all the holes in 2026. My goodness, Chewy. But this has been so much fun, folks. I don't look forward to going to work tomorrow. I mean, I do. My smiling students' faces. But it's still work. And after having this week off, it has been, it's going to be a little tough, and I appreciate this hangout. You guys have put me in a really great my headspace, mindset to go into tomorrow. So hopefully I was able to do the same for you. Hopefully. That's what my goal is. But what a great night. I mean, I had fun. I hope you guys had a great time. Tomorrow night, it's either a figure draft, or if the Sentinels can't make it, then I was going to pitch to the Tatties to talk about favorite toys, not just specifically action figures, but this way Toy Father gets to share his action figure favorites, but then also toys. So I'm thinking of vehicles, I'm thinking of dioramas, play sets, accessories we've picked up, all sorts of stuff. Like the sky's the limit at that point. Blockies, and we could see that's how I could squeeze in the Blockies talk. But yeah, it's Happy New Year, Chewy, and loopholes. That is true. Lots of loopholes. Yippo reviews every hole in 2026. There we go. Mark it down, Rick Dom. Who am I coming for first, you guys, knuckleheads? Toy Page, I appreciate you, sir. We do need to schedule. All right. I'm saying this. I'm looking you right in the eye. All right. We got to schedule this. We got to make it happen. All right. So, Vicious Soldier, I appreciate you so much. And you the same, sir. You the same. That's what we have to do, guys. The universe returns what we put out. Put out that good into the world, folks. Put that good out into the world. I sent a message like 3 hours ago. Good night, Messi. Good night. And again, keep me posted. Reverse flash, yada, yada, yada. And we did talk about it. All right. We got this, Larry. I appreciate you guys. All right, folks. So first, I appreciate you very much taking any time out of your life listening to me talk about toys. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, an awesome start to your week. I hope 2026 on the whole, or just in little moments, whatever it is, I hope 2026 has gotten off on the right foot for you. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Toy Pick community. Just get my little lullaby ready. All right, folks. And hey, if you haven't checked out any of those videos yet, or some of them, but I have a ton, go check them out. Like, comment, subscribe. Comments are big. Help a brother out. All right, folks. I love you all. I'll see you. Have a great night. Peace.
Good night, my toy collectors, photographers, and more. We had some fun tonight, but we're out of pictures to explore. We thank you for your time. It was nothing but sublime. Though it's time to go to bed, don't be filled with dread, because next week we'll be right here. Your toy daddies will appear to bring you joy and laughter every night and here on after.